Some bad news for festival lovers. The Park Ave Summer Art Festival will not be happening for the second year in a row. This coming from organizers today. They say after reviewing state guidelines, they'll be postponing until next year.
This is the second major local festival to cancel this year. Cornhill Arts Festival scrap plans too. Kayla Green joining us now live from Park Avenue in Rochester. And Kayla, some festivals are taking place, others are not. Why?
Well, Maureen, city officials say in the case of the Park Ave Fest, it's the lack of state guidance that ultimately led to this decision. They also say current capacity control limits are so low right now that would require additional security and crowd control expenses that these organizers just can't afford.
I usually go every year, and now that I'm hearing that it's canceled, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it is a major disappointment.
Christopher Shaw isn't the only one feeling this way today after the announcement that the Park Avenue Arts Festival won't happen for the second year in a row. Justin Roy is the communications director for the city. He says having to adhere to a 200-person or 33% capacity cap and securing vendors in time was part of this decision.
If you have a capacity standard, now you have to fence and control that site, and that's added expense, that's added security, right? There's added complexity.
He says at the end of the day, the city and county want better guidance from the state and a standard all festivals can follow. The Lilac Festival and the New York State Fair are both happening, leaving some people confused by the Park Ave news.
What's unique is that, Empire State Development provided very specific direction to Rochester Events, who puts on the Lilac Festival, what they could do and can't do.
Another event still able to go on, Rochester Carnival Eats in Spencerport, happening this weekend. The company travels around the state and sells classic carnival foods outdoors and usually sets up rides but aren't able to yet due to COVID. Organizer Alan LaVenture says they fall under food vendor guidelines even though it's similar to a festival.
We're not encouraging people to linger. We don't have tables. We kind of move people along. So it's no different than if you're picking up, obviously it's an attraction because it's a unique thing, but it's no different than going to your local restaurant, picking up food and leaving.
There are only a few other festivals in the area that haven't announced their plans yet. The Puerto Rican Festival and Fairport Canal Days being two of them. Canal Days actually released a statement just about an hour ago saying the festival is planned for June 5th and 6th, but that is subject to change as they figure out what they can and can't do under the guidelines. And they say a current update of the status of the festival will be released when they figure out what they'll be able to do. Live in Rochester, Kayla Green, News 8.
All right, Kayla, thank you. Park Avenue Festival organizers say they're postponing until August 6th and 7th next year. The Cornhill Arts Festival will also be rescheduling for next year. And as Kayla mentioned, the Lilac Festival and the Jazz Fest will also be going on this year, but they are taking place in a different form. The Jazz Fest has been moved from downtown to RIT. For all the latest on all of the COVID-19 issues, both in our area and beyond, head on over to our website, rochesterfirst.com.